Shalom Yasharala, God Hala Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of GMS Camp, better known as Great Millstone, for the before the 100% truth. I've been greatly edified under. This lesson really is based upon the difference between the African Americans and the Africans, as we know as the Israelites and the Hamites, okay, dealing with Ethiopian and so on and so forth, right, which is properly understood. Nice. So I'm gonna play a little video for you all first, and then I'll go through the lesson and let's see how this thing goes, because it's really just to edify what a person has asked me, right? Let me get into this. So let me go in first.
I said it. The last point I'm going to make on this is that Africans and Negroes are two different peoples. Race and skin color are really a red herring. Okay, it's a kind of divisive lie that has been put about, and I'm going to go into this a bit more in detail. Yeah, so to separate people by perceived race is a distraction. Okay, so we all think all black people are the same, basically, but they're not. Africans and Negroes are different. They have a different skeletal structure, different skull shape, and one interesting thing is African people, real Africans, cannot grow hair like Negroes can. So African men cannot grow beards. African women cannot grow afros. It's a very powerful thing. If you see real African women, you'll see that they've always got very, very short hair, because they literally can't grow it. Very quickly, Adam was not the third.
Right. So, coming off of that, really and truly, I mean, it would make sense for people to really get that understanding, because you see, the scriptures already made a clear distinction between them, right? A differentiation, right? How to put it? So let's get into it. We're going to Genesis chapter 9 and verses 18 to 19, going into the sons of Noah, to be exact. I'll read from above, right? Firstly, covenant that was formed with Noah coming down to Shem and going down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Just to give you all a little story from a history from the Bible itself, matching it with a chart that I've gotten. Tawada Jeremiah for that, because he's the one who kind of showed us the book, which I probably could show after the lesson. So, it says, "And the Most High, or the power, said unto Noah, This is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all the flesh that is upon the earth." And it says, "And Noah the son, and the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. As we go further, it says, Ham is the father of Canaan, and it says, these are the three sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread," right? So I want to kind of jump into 10, just to kind of give you a clear understanding of the descendants of Noah, to be exact. And it says, I'll read from 1, then I'll jump from 6 to I'll read 6. Basically, I don't want to go too much into the genealogy of Ham, to be exact, but you'll see the base right in front here, the first top part. So let me get into it. It says, now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood, right? Dealing with the earth being overspread, or let's say repopulated, right? So, going down into 6, it says, and the sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan, right? So, let me go into the chart, if we may, and get a nice little lineup. Did I not put it here? Yeah, get a nice little lineup of the sons of Ham, which is Cush, Egypt. Let's see if I can bring it bigger. If you all could see this clear, right? If you all could see this clear, you all seen it clear, right? Good. Right. So again, Cush, Egypt, or Mizraim, Put, and Canaan, right? And of course, they are their descendants. We have Sheba, we have Luddite, we have Sidon, Hittites. The list goes on. Right? So, again, I don't really care for them. I just show you the list. You can trace the difference between the Hamites and the Shemites, because when they go further lower down, it says the Shemites is right there, right? And you can read, if you read Genesis chapter 10 and verse 6 to 20, that will give you the genealogy of the Hamite nation, right? They are different people than us, as you can clearly see. So we are not Hamites nor Canaanites that resided on this land, right? So come out. Let me see. I wanna go to Genesis chapter 10 and verse 22. I'll jump on to 22 because we're dealing with our people now. Right? It says the children of Shem, Elam, and Asher, and Aphex, and Lud, and Aram, right? So these are the sons or the children of Shem, basically the descendants to be exact. Then, and the children of Aram is Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. And Aphex begat Salah. And Salah begat Eber. And Eber was born 2 sons, and the name of one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Again, you know me and my pronunciations. And Joktan begat Almodad. Okay. Almodad. Okay. All right. Real unique name. Anyways. And Almodad and Shelef. Okay. And Hazarah Mathevat. And Jerah. So, and the list going down. Now again, I want to give you all that clear understanding of the descendants of Shem coming down into Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which we see here, right? So we see Shem. Where is it? Shem, which is lower down, and the lower part. Let me bring it up so you can see it. That is Shem right here, and you see you have Elam, Asher, Aphex, Lud, Aram. But of course, that the let's say the lineage to continue to go down into Abraham would be Aphex coming down, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, and you see the names coming down, Ru, Serug, and which is directly dealing with this chart as well, which is why I have this chart dealing with Shem, to be exact. So Shem, Aphex, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Reu, Serug, Nahor, Terah, and from there Abraham, and from Abraham born Ishmael, which is given a blessing but not the promise. Then we have Isaac, and then we have Jacob. And let me get into that before we go on into that nice critique part that I want to go into because of people and the nonsense, right? So let me go into, I believe you can jump into 12 one time. And it says in verse 1 to 3. Now Yahweh had said unto Abram, which we know as Abraham, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. Right? And it says, and I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. Salakia. And it says in 3, and I will bless them that bless thee, and I will curse them that curseth thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Right? So let's go down. Let's go to 17. Dealing with Isaac, which we had done in the last video. So kind of match things together before we continue on to get to the main part. And because you already see a difference between the Egyptians and us. And let me get that before we continue. Because when you go into the definition of Ham itself, everybody's supposed to know this at this point. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood. It says, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. But the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, the Canaanites, which we read in Genesis chapter 10 and verse 6. And of course, I gave you all the list that you could go into. Verse 6, chapter 6 and verse 6 to 20, giving you the genealogy of the Hamites nation, right? The descendants, and continue going down, right? So even the scholars know that the Hamite, the Shemites, or let's say we are not Shem. We are not Ham, sorry, we are Shem. We are from the Shemites, and we are descendant from Shem. Even the scholars know that. It literally placed a major difference, right? And when you really go into the lesson, let me go before we continue. When you go into Exodus chapter 11, I believe, and verses 7, I'll read from 6. And it says, and there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it anymore. And it says, but against any children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against a man or beast, that ye may know how that Yahweh doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel, which is the Israelites, to be exact. In the next verse, make it clear. And I'll read from then you will know that Yahweh make a distinction between the Egyptians and the Israelites. Right? One is the dark race, the next one are the Negroes. Very simple. Egyptians or Hamites are not Negroes. Of course, you are seeing in this video, it's a clear distinction. Look at that.
Right.
Let me pause it.
The last point.
Look at that. Do they look similar to you? That's the difference. Of course, there is more, And of course, one of the biggest differences is Yahweh is not dealing with them. So, he's only dealing with us. That's the biggest difference there is to be exact. But, come on. This is what I'm saying at the end of the day, right? So let me tone down a little bit and like go back, like get back to the main point which we was going into. Coming down from going back into Genesis 17, I believe. 17. What the fuck? We could let me just simple, because we did this already. Let me just simple. What y'all could do is simply check out Genesis chapter 17 and verse 19, right? And verse 1 to 7, or let's say 1 to 21, if y'all want to go into that. And I will just read this part. Right. No, let me do it. Let me do it. It would make sense. Right. So it says, let me read it from 1 to 7, and then I'll read from 19 to 21. Giving a separation between the Ishmael and the and Isaac, which is the chosen son, to be exact, seed. And it says, when Abraham was 90 years old and 9, right? Yahweh appeared to Abraham and said unto him, I am the Almighty power. Walk before me and be thou perfect. Right? Which is blameless, or as you understand, keeping the commandments or the laws or the covenant, to be exact. With that understanding, or walk hearken unto the voice of Yahweh, which is speaking to him, which he did, to be exact. And as it continues, it says, I will make my covenant be between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. Now like as you go into Abraham, and Abraham fell on his face, and the Most High talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. And it says, neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee. Right? So as into 6, we see where it says, and I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And it says, and I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, or power unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. Right? So which given a proper understanding, when you go into 19, he did form that seed, that covenant through him to Isaac and to Jacob, which is why it is, as it is written, thus saith Yahweh, he is the power of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob. There's the reason, because he has formed a covenant with them, to be exact. When you go into 19, it says, the Most High, or the powers, said, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant with his seed, right, after him. And for Ishmael, here's the difference, right? For Ishmael, I have heard thee, behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. It says, 12 princes shall be he begat, and I will make him a great nation. Salakia. And it says, but my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee, right, at this set time in the next year. So that's where I'm coming from. So you're seeing that clear separation between Ishmael and between Isaac. Isaac is the chosen one to establish the covenant, and Ishmael just received a blessing. That's it. And according to the difference between the Ethiopians, or let's say the Hamites and the Israelites, you see it there as well. As a matter of fact, we could go a little bit, even a little bit deeper to get a little bit more understanding. Because when you realize the situation, the Hamites are still on that nation. Because when they go into Deuteronomy, dealing with the curse again, before we go in to bring more out, it says, and Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there shalt thou serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood or stone. So we being scattered amongst multiple nations, and the bulk of the tribe being in Babylon the Great, which we know is America, is not dealing with them. The people, the Negroes that is in America right now are Israelites, not Hamites. Right? Not Hamites. I want to get back to that. So let me finish what I was reading here first, right? I would make it let's make it more easier for us at the end of the day. So going back into tracing down to Israel, which I'm going to get the chart here as well. Because when I go into it, right, you see where it comes down to Abraham. When you go to the chart clear, you see where it comes, the lineage from what? Shem, coming down to what? To Abraham, right? And from Abraham to Isaac, and from Isaac to Jacob, right? Which is indeed correct, because Isaac was the chosen, the one to continue, the chosen seed to establish a covenant. And from there, his son, Jacob, not Esau. Now we know Esau is there, but not Esau. Esau just received a blessing, which is to be gifted with the sword. But Jacob is the one to continue, and of course, his descendants, which is the children of Israel, because his name was changed to Israel, which you could get in Genesis chapter 32, I believe, and 28. Straight to the point. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power, right? Thy power with the Most High and with men, and has prevailed. So, see the name change right there? That's why they call us the children of Israel, not the children of, of course you could call it the children of Jacob if you want, but we are known as the children of Israel, or Yasharala to be exact. Right? And just to clear that up, even when you go into, I believe is Psalms 105, I want to make sure if that is the correct one, and verses 6. Here the correct is right. It says, O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen, right? It said, children of Jacob, which we know as the children of Israel, right? Which we saw. It says, he is Yahweh, our power. His judgments are in all the earth. he had remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, right? And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law and to Israel for an everlasting covenant, right? So we get the clear understanding that really and truly the children of Israel is us. And the children of Israel are descendants of Jacob, which goes back to Isaac, which goes back to Abraham, which was set out from the list here, Terah, Nahor, Serug, Reu, Peleg, Eber, Shelah, Aphex, and then coming up to Shem. Right? No, not Elam. Shem. Anyways. Which we could see here as well. Going back into the next chart. The Shem chart, to be exact. I like the Shem chart, right? I like the Shem chart. It's direct, you know? You have Shem straight down. No separation. So those, just in case somebody see and don't know how to read this chart, right? Just to show you all, in case nobody don't know how to read this chart, and thinking that we come from Shem to Elam. No, that's an incorrect understanding right there, right? That is why the Shem chart is required, right? Because guess what? It comes down to this and give us a proper distinction going into what? Jacob, which is the chosen seed, continue the chosen seed that he has established with them, going into the children of Israel, which, as we know, 12 tribes dealing with Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, just in case pronunciation of Asher, and Issachar. It is. Which, as we see here, you see, going back into it. Judah, you see that? The Negroes, so-called Negroes. Now, I know you all see that the distinction right here. Judah, the so-called Negroes. Benjamin and Levi, which these were the Jews, right? So Judah, Benjamin and Levi, or Judah to be exact, even though we are all at that particular color, and probably look very similar, that's where it is. So we are not Hamites people, and that's some very off understanding of some what Matazabat has sent me here, and it make me laugh. I literally said that our people are destroyed because look at this video.
Happy to be joined by our next guest, Dexter Caffey, the founder of Smart Eye app, who recently learned of an eye-opening discovery of his own ancient past, all thanks to a DNA test. He is joining us now by Zoom from Atlanta. Hello, Dexter.
Hello, Emily. How are you?
It's so good to see you. Last time was here in Israel. We got to get you back here, but we'll have to settle for Zoom now. You have such an interesting history.
Look at that, man. I didn't want to go into it at this point. Look at this man. Look at that man. Look. Look. I hope you're seeing. Now, there was a video. If I pray I didn't see that video. If I didn't see that video, it is what it is. There was a video where it was showing you. Anyways, y'all could probably get into it. There's a video that was showing you. I was showing y'all what the pharaohs and the Egyptian pharaohs were dark. Very, very, very dark. No wonder why they are called the progenitor of the dark race, the Hamites. They are dark people. Now, I'm not saying there's no dark Israelites. There are dark Israelites, but the difference shows in the picture. So, how they say burnt skin, right? Not to be rude. So, it is what it is. But you know what? We already cleared that. We already cleared that. I want to go on to this part because this man, again, going back into Exodus, don't realize that the people who he claimed to be is nothing unto the Father, nothing unto Yahweh. Matter of fact, let me read this again. I'll read it slower. Now, this was dealing with the Egyptians, and here where he referred them to. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. Against man or beast, that ye may know how that Yahweh doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Right? You trying to claim something that is not you, that is not you. You believing in science and technology way too much to make that bold claim off of a DNA test that you know for yourself, have no evidence to trace back. How that by anyways, let me, and just going to put this there out there one time because that science and the base of that nonsense came from Egypt. And it says, and after the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwell, ye shall not do. And after the doings of the land of the Canaan, whither I bring ye, ye shall not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Now, of course, we have our form of technology, but the way they use that nonsense is why we need to stay away from that, because the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, that the wisdom of men is foolishness unto the Most High. Let me see if I can find that. I believe is, I think 1 Corinthians 3. If it end here, probably in the wrong one, boy. Okay, right here. Let me read from 18. And it says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in the world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. For wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. And with that understanding, going to the NLT, with that part, it says, he traps the wise in the snares of their own cleverness. So come on. Because when they go into, which I just have given a rough understanding, which going back into Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64, there are multiple cases where we were indeed scattered. When you go to Jeremiah 16, and 19, rough understanding, it says, Yahweh, O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the days of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies and vanity. Well, I think I read the wrong part. Let me see. Yeah, I think I read the wrong part. So I care for that. It's Baruch. So I care for that. But Jeremiah, I could have swear. Oh, imagine that, Imagine that. Nah. Well, yeah, it's definitely. There was anyways, let me go into Baruch on time. So I care for that. It's happened. Mistakes do be made. There's no such thing as coincidence. So I might have to how to put it. I might have to examine myself again and make sure I'm not doing anything incorrect, because that's a big mistake. Anyways, go into it, and it says 28 I go to 35. It says, as thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst commanded him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number amongst the nations where I will scatter them. Why? Because they will be scattered and multiple situations be unalived, especially dealing with this transatlantic slave trade, right? Were we not taken captives and put to death for nonsense? And, which of course they were the curse, have been called names that we literally have no record of our history because they tried to wipe it off from us. So we have to try to put piece and piece together. How could you be claiming to be a flicking Egyptian off of technology when indeed I'm sure you and your ancestors were slaves? And you are still a slave today. It's still a slave system. We're still under captivity. How could you come to say something like that? Let me continue. I understand why, but oh gosh. It says, for I know that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. So we see why you're sorry-tailing here nothing. And as you are mature enough to understand or even receive knowledge like this, at that age, you can't say that is not what it is, that I didn't hear this knowledge, right? So anyways, let me continue. It says, but the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves and shall know that I am Yahweh, their power, and I will give them a heart and ears to hear. It says, and that they shall praise me in the land of their captivities and think upon me. It says, and return from their stiff-necked and their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the day of their fathers, which sinned before me, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. It says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. And you really are saying, do you truly want to claim to be descendant of Pharaoh? The one who was destroyed. The one who was destroyed by the Most High. Utterly destroyed with his army. Do you want to be that? Are you sure you don't want to be part of this covenant? Are you sure? I mean, you could still repent if Yahweh put that spirit on you. Right? Are you sure? I'm doing this for people because of the new jakes who now come in. Don't let this dwindle your faith and how you thinking, I might be an Egyptian. But with the jailers, no. Unless your seed line goes back to them, then okay. Which we know is not making any sense, right? So let me not go there. Let me not go through that. Now we know there's plenty Ethiopians that have come across, but there's a difference. We know that. There's a separation. They themselves there's a video again on TikTok which you can go. There is a Ethiopian saying, because he came across from Africa into America, saying that something is wrong with us. And we are nothing like them. Yeah, indeed correct. We are nothing like them. Indeed correct. And he is boasting his way as though he is this glamorous and glorious person. That sorry-ass dog that the scriptures call. That Ethiopian dog. I'm sorry. Not sorry though. Let him claim that. Yahweh is not dealing with him. So let him claim that. He can do that. I hope when the time for when Yahweh Shai break the skies, that he could say the same thing. I hope so. When he comes with the clouds, that's what I mean. When he comes with the clouds, that he could say the same thing. Anyways, with the chariots to be exact. So if you don't want to be part of this covenant, and this is the best part, here what it says, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said Yahweh, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the old covenant I have made with their fathers in the days when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. Because they continued not my covenant, and I regarded them not, said Jehovah. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said Jehovah. I will put my laws into their minds and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be my people. Be to me a people. Salakia. So you don't want this. So you don't want this. So this is not what you want. You don't want to be a part of God's people. You want to be an Egyptian, okay? Well, again, I just made a separation going off of this carnal video here, which still gives a proper understanding regardless.
Please explain.
It's dealing with what the bone structure and what we should go.
The last point I'm going to make on this is that Africans and Negroes are two different peoples.
So it says what the person says, because everyone's not an African. Negroes and Africans are not the same, which I agree with. We can see that in scriptures, right? We are different skeletal and skull structure, which is correct. We are different because our forefathers are not the same. Though they came out of Noah, like me and my brother, would we not have come from the same bloodline but two different blood? And understanding and way of living? Come on. Let me not do that today. Okay? So, as for that person, I'm sorry, you're lost on it. If you want to claim to be an Egyptian over to be who you are, a Negro, you're lost then. Don't ignore us. Somebody else will get a part on this side. That's just where it is. So I hope this concludes the lesson. I know I probably went a little bit harsh, a little bit off at times. I might be a little rough with my words, but bear with me. It was really to give a difference between the Hamites and the Negroes, or the African Americans, which are the bywords and proverbs, and the American Africans, right? So just to give a separation between them. One is from Ham, one is from Shem. The scholars know that. It's a difference. Let me not confuse that, right? So Negroes that is in America, and even down on this side, West Indies, which you know as the Caribbean, so on and so forth, and scattered amongst many nations. As we know, there are Negroes in China, there are Negroes in Vietnam, and they are descendants of people that is around the earth, which is going into prophecy and going into the curse, to be exact. So come on, that ain't no Hamite. Sorry to say. For many of the Esau that has been saying, oh, y'all are Canaanites and y'all are being deceived. Show me. Show me where the Canaanites is. As far as I know, there was a stripe, but I'll give you better leaders. Show me that. I don't mind. Show me that. Show me where they still stand. In the world today. If there is any still, show me. Go ahead. I'm willing to see for myself, right? So, anyways, so shalom, Yasharala, Kalhala, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakadash, We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of JMS Camp, but also great minister for the brief 100% truth that have been currently edified under, and like-minded brothers speaking like-minded truth, shalom as well. I go and do a lesson concerning the brain this evening, which is the herb. I know I was slacking off on the herb part, but we don't do a lesson concerning the brain this evening. So you'll bear with me, and you'll take some notes, get some edification, and hope everything will be okay, right? So that's just where it is. So shalom.